Allyn Root called for Republicans to boycott Apple back in June. In fact, he said he threw away all of his Apple products when the company pulled out of an RNC sponsorship last June. Of course, then we saw Sean Spicer buying an Apple Watch last week. Wayne, great to see you this morning. Welcome back to the show. So I got to ask you, this is a tricky thing for Tim Cook and Apple. He was there recently, Tim Cook, meeting with Foxconn, whom they have 700,000 employees. They're the ones that assemble the iPhones there in China. He wants them to bring that assembling back to the United States, and he asked Foxconn to put together a plan to do this. In fact, may have come from his meetings with Donald Trump. You don't buy it, though?
No, I think Tim Cook is probably perfect to run for political office nowadays. He says one thing in one place, says another thing in another. When he's in China, he loves globalism. When he's in the United States, he wants to bring jobs back to the United States. I think the real Tim Cook is just very liberal, very anti-Trump. You know that he gave his products to the Democratic convention, but for the first time ever would not supply free Apple products to the Republican convention because of his concerns with Donald Trump. And it's just the usual liberal stuff coming from CEOs who disregard 62 million strong Trump voters. And I think they're making a big mistake, because if we can mobilize every one of our Trump voters, we could put massive pressure on companies like Apple.
Could I challenge that for a second? Could I challenge that for a second? Because he has an obligation to shareholders. This is a major publicly traded company, and his first obligation is to those shareholders and to provide the biggest returns possible. Are you saying that he is making decisions for his company based on politics versus profit?
I would say there's politics in everything everybody does, to be honest with you. What I am arguing, by the way, is that globalization is not some great word, as Tim Cook says it is. Globalization generally means that we're getting screwed in the United States. Our workers are losing their jobs. And here's why, by the way. It's a liberal suicide.
We've only got 5 seconds. Unfortunately, we have to leave it there. But you're right. A lot of factors on this. The discussion will continue. We'll definitely get you back.